Hey guys, welcome back to the 2026 Accountability Files. So, this week's episode is a little bit different.
Exactly. Instead of our usual weekly check-in, we're doing a monthly roundup, a chance to take a moment to look at how the month actually went.
Not just the goals that we set, but what really happened in between.
The habits we stuck to, the ones that slipped, and the moments that threw everything off.
Because accountability, it isn't just about ticking those boxes, it's about being honest, about the capacity, emotions, and real life, especially when you're balancing work, mum life, and everything else.
Exactly that, Kay. And this month included wins, messy weeks, falling off track, and finding our way back again.
So, in this episode, we're checking in with each other, reflecting on what worked, what didn't, and what we're taking forward into the next month.
Exactly. So, no judgment, no perfection, just real reflection and real accountability.
Okay, let's get into our monthly roundup.
Let's get into it. Right. So, in one word, how would you describe this month?
So my word's going to be enlightening. January was enlightening.
I love that. My word is grounding. I
Hmm.
feel like this month was quite grounding for me.
Okay, nice. And compared to how you felt at the start of the month, where are you at now?
So, compared to how I felt at the start of the month, I would say I'm in a better position, especially when it comes to work. So, my business in particular. So, I wanted to refresh my offer and my materials so I could go into February with the capacity to take on new clients. And I've done that. I've even managed to get a new client this month. So, I feel a lot lighter and ready to just focus now. What about you?
I'm going to say different. I was very optimistic at the start of the month, but I don't think I'd use that word now.
Okay.
And yeah, what would you say surprised you about yourself this month?
I'm going to be honest, nothing really surprised me. I am me. Nothing was like, oh, you really surprised yourself, if I'm being honest. What about you?
I think for me is it's like when you know something, but when you really see it, like I was really surprised at how easily I get distracted. Like I know I get
Mm.
distracted. I've got ADHD. Like I know this, but it really hit home this month. Like using a scheduling calendar, the days where I didn't use it, like I was getting so distracted.
Yeah, it's eye-opening when you try something new. And I didn't know I was like this, or I didn't know that I couldn't do this. It's very eye-opening. I have found similar things with the timetable as well. So I definitely get where you're coming from. It is a new thing. So, what about your goals? Which goal or habit did you stay most consistent with this month, would you say?
I'm
Because
gonna
you had
say my
quite a few.
yeah, my the one that I was consistent with was the 6:30 a.m. wake ups. I stuck to that fully the whole month.
That's good. Did it
Yeah.
feel good?
It did. Like I felt like I, s- I always said at the beginning I wanted to create healthier habits, and that's the healthier habit that I have stuck by. And I've woke up in the morning, like I said at the beginning of the month, I felt quite groggy in the mornings. Like when we was coming to the end of the year, I wasn't really getting up, and I was just being complacent and laying in bed, rolling out of bed at like 8:30 to start work. But this getting up at 6:30 and getting stuff done in the morning, um, yeah, I've loved it.
It's been productive both for you and Ashley, and you feel so much more different when you actually wake up that little bit earlier and don't feel like you're rushing about, just like, oh my God, I've got to get out of bed, I've got to get to work, I've got to do this. It gives you a bit more time to actually appreciate the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah. And what about you? What would you say you stuck to the most?
So the goal I stayed most consistent with this month was the gym. So 5 days a week, that included weights and at least 35 minutes of cardio. I've also been doing, so part of that 35 minutes cardio, I have been doing 5 minutes on the rowing machine, and I can officially call myself a rowing girl now, okay?
Love that.
Yeah, I love that for me as well. 1,000 meters. It's become an essential part of my gym routine. As soon as I get there, I'm like, row machine, here I come, do a little bit of stretching on the metal bar, swing my legs around and get on that machine. Also, I'm not really a TV person. I don't really watch things. I don't really listen to music like that. But I found that watching something while I'm doing cardio has really helped me, especially during the 30-minute incline walk on the treadmill. Couple of recommendations for anyone who needs some support while walking on the treadmill or doing cardio. Runaway, Bad Influencer, and Stay Close, all on Netflix. They have really got me through those walks. And there were points where if the treadmill hadn't shut down for some reason after 30 minutes, I could have easily stayed on there longer. I need to speak to somebody about that because I don't know why I do 30 minutes and then it starts going the cool down. Who said I'm ready to cool down?
But when you do, just to check, when you get on that treadmill, do you do a program on it or do you just press go?
I just press go.
Oh, because sometimes if it's got a program set on it, it might be that it does the half an hour and then the cool down. So maybe check if there's a program preset on it.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that. And then I do see people and I think, you've been on this treadmill for ages. Like, how does this work? Why is it always cool down for me? But yeah, so that's been me. So what about you? Like, which one of your habits would you say slipped the most and why?
I'm gonna say the cardio 3 times a week. That's the main one that's really slipped. Like, I was tired after work, and honestly, I just couldn't be arsed certain days. Don't get me wrong, I did stick with my gym stuff, so I don't feel like I think because I was doing something, I kind of just felt like, well, I've done something, so it's not that deep. But definitely, it's something that I need to relook at.
And you said already that you are going to start trying to do those cardios at home because before you were kind of trying to go to the gym, do your session, then cardio, and you said you're going to up your swimming. So next
Yeah.
month will be a better month.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you? What would you say do you feel slipped the most for you?
So it was going really well. So walking, I would
Okay.
say. The walking, it was going really well initially, but the weather has just been so shit. Like, excuse my French. I can deal with the cold to a certain degree, but I'm not walking outside in the rain.
Yeah.
I'm not walking outside in the rain. It's just not going to happen. I'm not trying to catch a cold. It's cold. I'm coming home wet. I'm not a walker yet. You know, those dedicated walkers, rain, sun, shine, it doesn't matter, snow, they're outside. I'm not that person. So I'm hoping that because I won't be able to go to the gym for the next 6 to 8 weeks while I recover from my tummy tuck, I can start building a really good walking habit.
Okay.
Because that's the only thing I'm going to be pretty much able to do
Yeah.
physically. So yes, a hot girl walk might be a bit of an overstatement, but I do actually feel really good after I've gone for a walk. Those
Mhm.
days where I went out and went for a walk, even though it was cold, it was so refreshing. I felt like this buzz, except for when I get like the shin splints. Oh my God. And I'm like, why is this happening? Like things are going so well. And then this happens. It's like when I tried to run and then I started getting the pain and I said, it's just not meant to be. But I'm definitely going to start going for, I have to walk during this
Mhm.
period. So I'm hoping to have like a really solid walking habit, so then walking routine. So then when I do go back to the gym, it's just the gym,
Yeah.
walking is normal for me. So yeah. Was there anything you overestimated your capacity for, do you think?
Do you know what? I thought about this beforehand when I was writing my notes, and I could sit there and say 100 things, but I actually think that's just excuses. I think I just didn't plan well at times. I don't feel like anything I actually set myself was like I overestimated anything. If I planned my life better, I could have done it all. So yeah, I'm not going to try and make excuses and say, "Oh no, no, I fucked up by not planning well."
Yeah, I feel like at least you're reflecting and you know what's gone wrong rather than not knowing what you now need to do. So you just need to implement that next month. And as you said, it's all new to you, this structure. So you have to be kind to yourself as well. And you've already implemented the 6:30 wake ups in the morning. That's a big change. Everything will come together.
Yes, definitely. What about you? Anything for you?
So I overestimated my capacity to stick to a 9:30 p.m. bedtime. It just wasn't realistic. And not because I didn't want to, because honestly, who doesn't want to just get in bed after a long day? I just want to roll in bed and not speak to anybody. But when you're a mum, it's not just about you in the evenings. Like, it's not just, oh, yeah, I finished work. Let me cook myself dinner. Oh, I might not even cook dinner today. Like, what is dinner? Let me just roll into bed. You have to think about the kids. By the time everyone has eaten, gone to bed, I still need to sort out things like wash up, sort out the front room, just do little bits and also have a moment to myself because yeah, even though the kids are at school during the day or college, that's not a moment to myself. I'm still working. I've got a job. I still have things to do. So in the evening, I need a minute just to breathe. And I feel like this has made me realize even more how much I appreciate a moment to breathe. You know, I'm a do sort of person. So this has made me think, wow, actually, breathing time is important. But and also with my daughter going to bed around 8:39, then me only getting 30 minutes to myself. And after say having to say go to bed 100,000 times, like it's just not going to work at 9:30 bedtime because it becomes really stressful. By the time I've told her, go to bed, like, you've had all day to tell me about your day. I'm vexed, you know. I'm all like, I've got to go to bed in half an hour. Like I'm vexed. Do you know what I mean? So now I've made adjustments based on me seeing how it just wasn't working. So
Mhm.
she has to go upstairs earlier, around 7:30. So she has enough time to faff around. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me from 7:30 to 8:30, and then it's 8:30 bedtime on a dot. And I have to
Yes.
say, that has worked really well. Really,
Yeah.
really well. And what I've done is I've locked down her iPad and her phone at 8 o'clock. So you've got that half an hour period where you're bored now. So get it out your system, talk to me. Um, but yeah, my new bedtime is now 10 o'clock, like I discussed with you last time. It's just more
Yeah.
realistic.
No, that's good. It's good that you're looking at as a whole and making adjustments to make it work, like realistically for you.
Exactly.
And then would you say that structure helped you this month, or did it start to feel restrictive for you?
No, structure has really helped me this month. Like, I love structure. It makes me feel more productive, and I love seeing the outputs when, like, with my timetable. So, I put the timetable in place at the beginning of January, structuring my day hour by hour, and then having my separate timetable where it was just my task around refreshing my business plan.
Mhm.
There were a few days where I fell off my timetable, and that was when my daughter was unwell. Then, once she
Yeah.
was back to normal, I'm not going to lie, I did find it hard to get back into the swing of things, but I'm
Mhm.
back on it now because I do love structure. What I have learned is I just need to learn to be able to bounce back better
Mhm.
if I have a break from my timetable. I feel like what I've realized this month is when my daughter was unwell, it took me, even though she went back to school, it still took me quite a few days to get back into writing out my
Momentum.
timetable because for the 2 days when she was off, I wasn't setting my timetable as rigid because I didn't know what my day was going to look like when you've got a
Yeah.
child at home sick. So I need to learn how to be able to bounce back when things like this come up. What about you?
Yeah. I think for me, it defo helped me, especially more with my personal life side of things, having a bit more structure. I've always said one thing about me. I can help anyone else sort their own life out, but when it comes to like organizing my own life, sometimes it can get messy. So when it comes to like my work life, that is always structured. It's just like you say, like the evenings when I want to get my personal stuff done. So one of the things I did struggle with was if things ran over or I didn't get certain things done, it frustrated me because it then knocked me off track. But I think one of the things I learned a couple of weeks ago was that I had to give myself more of a grace period between things, um, and overcompensate. So if I did have some spare time, then that would be great afterwards. Then underestimate how long something would take me to do.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like sometimes we can think that something's going to take us a lot less time and then it takes us longer. And we're like, oh my God. So it is better to give yourself more time. And then if you get time back, then that's great. And also trying, what I realize as well is, say for example, I do have spare time after I finish a task, either go back to another task that I was working on that day, or having a moment to myself rather than starting something completely different that wasn't on the timetable and then
Mhm.
be like, oh God, now I've got to do this. It is really important to also remember that things come up that are sometimes out of our hands, and that we've just got to learn to not knock ourselves for it, because we have to remember how much of a change it's been and how much we've done already.
I agree.
So, so what would you say affected your mindset the most this month?
So I would say part of it was at times my lack of commitment towards certain tasks. And my exam, like this, I've come to realize. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna be real. I did my exam, I failed it, but I'm not even upset about it. But I've realized something. I get so stressed out over exams. Like I'm not. It's not that I'm not smart because I am smart. Like, but I don't do well. I don't do well doing like book smart, like sitting down, having to focus, concentrate. I'm a doer. Like I learn by doing and stuff like that. Me sitting reading a piece of text and having to learn something from that, it doesn't it doesn't stimulate me and I zone out. And my first exam I'd done, the stress I felt from doing that, like when I passed that, I was very grateful. Up to this day, I still don't know how I passed that. And then this exam came around and I wasn't stressing over this one. I said, I'm not doing it to myself. But then today, I was in the exam and I'm going to share something. It's probably a bit TMI, but I had to get up twice during this exam and go shit because like I had a dodgy stomach, like from
No, yeah.
anxiety. I was fine before I went in that exam, and then as soon as I had to start doing the question, 20 minutes into the exam, I had to go to the toilet. An hour into the exam, I had to go to the toilet, and it just got to the point where I was just like, this isn't good for my mental. I'm not doing this again. I am not doing anything academically again. Like it, people are just gonna have to take me on my experience now. Like I'm not gonna be updating any learning for me in anytime soon.
You know what,
But
you may
it has
find,
it's stressed me this month.
you may find creative learning, there may be different things out there that you can learn in a different way, because the sitting down and doing a test is no joke. So when I done my life coaching, that was really interactive. It was an interactive exam. So that may be something that you're good at, where somebody was listening to our discussions and I was just being me, and this was great. But when I
Yeah.
done my project management course, I nearly passed out in the room. I couldn't believe what was going on. I felt so under pressure. And
Mm,
I realized this isn't for me. Like,
yeah.
there's a reason why I didn't continue my studies. I'm
Yeah.
just not that person. And that's okay. Not everyone is meant to be that person. Some people, they need to be book smart to get places in life. There's certain jobs that require those papers, there's some that don't. I just feel like it's not for everyone, and you shouldn't put yourself down for that. And people shouldn't in general put themselves down, because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my God, I can't do this, or I didn't go to uni, I did. Listen,
Mm,
there's a lot of people that get places in life without having all of these pieces of paper. And there's a lot of people with all these pieces of paper that are not doing anything in life. So
yeah.
I think we just have to remember that.
Like you said about the interactive learning, like I've done my apprenticeships. Like I did my apprenticeship. I did two apprenticeships in the space of 7 months. Like like I say, if I've got to put together a portfolio of my work that I've done, yeah, that's easy, no problem. I do it on a daily basis. I did my DSL training the other day. Passed that. That's fine. Like that exam was like it was a very small exam, but it was basically you had to triage. We did the whole training for the day, and then you have to triage things, and they test you on your knowledge of it, and that was
What's
fine because
DSL? Sign
designated
language.
safe. No, designated safeguarding
Oh,
leave. So
okay.
yeah, like all them kind of things I've done in lockdown. I did like I'm what's it called? Qualified as a masseuse because that was all online and interactive and you're watching things and stuff like that. But sitting down with that Prince 2 book, it did nothing for me.
Yeah, and Prince 2 is dry. So I qualified as an agile, certified agile project manager.
Mhm.
Prince is dry, I've heard. So you
Yeah,
done
I'm
what you could
I'm
do.
qualified in Prince Foundation. I just failed the practitioner side of it. But you know what? Some people only do the foundation. It's on I can put it on my CV for the next 3 years. It is what it is.
And some people only do foundation, and I started doing project management even before I had the qualification. So it is what it is at the end
I've
of
been
the day.
listen, I've been a project manager for like how many years, but I just thought it'd be good, like, because obviously I want to get a new job. I thought it'd be good to have on my CV. I don't even care now.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine. We move onwards and upwards.
Right. What about you? Sorry, what affected your mindset this month?
So I feel like mum life affected my mindset the most this month. January is always a funny month because the kids are back at school after Christmas, so they're trying to get back into routine. I'm trying to get back into a routine, so it just becomes a lot. The Christmas holidays, I just feel like it just hits different. Do you know what I mean? They can be fast paced, but they can also feel really lazy at the same time. And you know, during the 6 weeks holiday, I just feel like the 6 weeks holiday and Christmas, even though the 6 weeks is longer, Christmas as a mother, you tend to have time off as well.
Mm,
I don't really have time off during the 6 weeks holiday.
no, I don't either.
Yeah, I don't. I have the odd days off here and there, but I feel like Christmas you have like a bigger chunk off and everyone's just in their pajamas, lazy, eating food. It's just a lot. So going from that into a full fast-paced routine, getting the kids up and back into
Mhm.
the swing of things has felt like a lot. Especially when for the last few weeks during Christmas, I only needed to focus on myself, get myself up. My daughter could sleep until whatever time she wanted. My son didn't have college, so he could do whatever he wanted. And now I'm like, when I've just got in from gym, I just want to, be in chi, be at peace, and then I'm beefing you to wake up. It's a lot. Then it's dinner time. Oh, what's for dinner? I'm hungry. Ah! And I'm thinking, no, this is a lot. So it's definitely had me feeling a bit all over the place,
Mhm.
mum life, but it's smoothed out now. We're going into February. I think they've got a holiday. No, they've got a holiday coming up again. Bloody
Yeah.
hell, man! These kids have always got a school holiday. I'm not understanding it. And some of these teachers are still so damn miserable after they get how much time off as well. Yeah, February half term will be different. I just feel like it's just different. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to embracing mum life a bit more now we've got this initial period out the way.
Lovely. And I feel like as well, maybe for you, things will start to slow down a little bit as well over the next few weeks because you are going to be home, recovering. So you will be taking it a bit more easier as well.
Did you notice any old patterns creep back in over the last few weeks, month?
Do you know what? Right. So I felt like at the beginning, the first few weeks started really well. The last week was the social media scrolling.
Mm.
And yeah, that was a big one for me. And I don't even want to say it crept back in like it was a constant thing, but I had that one weekend and I
It
didn't
went
just have a
wild.
week. I went wild, like it's like I didn't just
All
dip
or
my toe in,
nothing.
like I dived straight in there, like head first. And I went all out for a whole weekend. Like I went on a whole social media bender.
Literally.
But I've come back off of it now and I feel good about it. Like, um, I haven't been tempted to go back on it. But yeah, that was an old pattern that I just thought, but I'm glad that I caught it early and I didn't just be like, oh fuck it, like I've been on it now, might as well stay on it. Like I noticed the toxicity that it caused me, and I was like, yeah, I'm back out. So yeah. What about
Yeah, that's
you?
good. I wouldn't really say any old patterns creeping back in. Did you find anything helped you regulate or reset with regards to like the social media aspect when you fell off?
Yeah, these meetings. I don't think anyone understands, right? I'm just going to put this out here from now. So I love these meetings, and probably most people have realized that these are basically like me getting life coaching from Priya. I get free sessions, but I'm just using the podcast as an excuse of why we're doing it.
You're so funny. I'm going to start going hard on you now. I've been trying to go nice. You're going to get a proper coaching session.
But it is, it is, it's that accountability, like, because I know, it's like, especially midweek, right? I get to Wednesday and I'm there, like, I'm pulling out the to-do list for the week, checking what's been ticked off, like, what needs to be done before the meeting. So, yeah, it does. It's really helped me drive back that focus. So if I do feel myself falling off, or I do think, oh, I've had a bit of a wobbly day, I'm like, what would Priya think of me right now? No,
It
but
does
these
help.
meetings definitely help. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the same for me. These meetings have really helped me, especially going into this new year with me really wanting to focus. Like this year there's a lot of change that's happening in my life as I've gone into this new year. And I have really needed to, like, I've needed these meetings just to remind me where I'm at. And also, yeah, I like that accountability. I like to be able to say, like, I'm gonna do this and then come back to you the next week and say, look, this is what I've achieved. And if I haven't, this is what I'm gonna do. And this is how I'm gonna do better next time. So yeah, these meetings have definitely helped me. And just talking to myself as well and just reminding myself who I am and why I'm
Mhm.
doing this. That has really helped me. I've done a lot of talking in my car with the radio off, driving down the road, and just reminding myself that this is 2026. You can't keep saying that you're going to do this or things are going to change and not take it seriously. So I've not come to play with these accountability files.
That's good.
I've
Love
not come to
this.
play.
Is there anything you feel didn't help but you kept doing anyway?
No, I'll be honest. There wasn't
Mm.
anything in particular that comes to my mind. What about you?
No, I said no, there was nothing. Like, even when I fell off, like I kept trying. Like, I actually can say I'm fully committed to this.
Yeah, that's good. I love this. I
Mhm.
love this. We are committed together.
Yes.
Right. So when we look at identity and growth, that's a big part of like the journey that we're on at the moment. And it's good to take a moment to reflect. In what ways do you feel like you've grown this month, even if it's small?
So I would say acknowledging my fuck ups, but trying different ways to deal with them than like the usual ways I would. So, like, obviously, we were talking about my whole man dramas last week, and I mean, I phoned you about this the other day. I was so proud of myself. Like, I literally dealt with it. Normally, I feel like I have to send a whole explanation of why I'm doing something, and I just didn't do it. So I just said, "Yep," and left it at that. So yeah, I just feel that I'm learning different ways to deal with things now, and I'm acknowledging where I overcompensate things. And it's the whole. Remember, I've talked about the people pleasing. So yeah, I'm taking myself away from that, and I'm pleasing myself.
Love that. I love that. We are here for pleasing ourselves. And it's kind of similar to me. Um, in every single damn way.
Not the roses.
Yeah, get the hoses. Too much information. I needs to put my order in on Amazon, boy. Um, anyway, so I feel like similar. I've set really clear boundaries and expectations with certain people around me this month.
Mhm.
And that has really lifted a weight off my shoulders because I've been open, honest, transparent about my expectations and what I want from this year and the people around me. I'm usually quite good at setting boundaries, but there are certain people that are in your life where it can be more difficult. So I'm feeling really proud of myself and much more positive this month. And yeah, I'm really, really feeling a lot lighter at the moment.
And then if you had to choose a version of yourself that you feel showed up most this month, what version would it be?
The version of her that protected her boundaries, not over explaining, not over giving, and being really clear about what I do and don't have capacity for,
Hmm.
or am open to even being open to. What about
Nice.
you?
I would say that yes, you can version showed up for me this month. Yes, you
Yes,
can. Yes, you
yes,
can.
yes, you can. Say it again.
Yes, you can.
I love that. So, what do you want to leave behind before next month starts? February.
What do I want to leave behind? Right. So the last 2 weeks, I can't remember if I spoke about this, but basically I came off Manjaro again. Um, and I've been eating out of boredom. Um, and I've noticed that I've had like a sugar craving again. And I'm seeing it in my face. Like in the episodes, I've seen my jawline is not as it's not as sharp as it has been at the start of the month. So I'm leaving sugar in January again.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I
Mm.
feel like, you know what, where when we done the body image video and we were talking about Monjaro, I knew about it, but I didn't know that much about it because obviously I haven't taken it. But what I've realized is easier. It's easy when you're on it, but when you're coming off, it can be really hard. And you've just got to try and stick to it and know how far you've come and just be realistic that it's going to be hard at times. Like that injection there sells dreams to people and it will make you look good, but it's the maintenance that is hard
Yeah, I
and it's
think for me, it's like
expensive. They get you
the
sucked in,
first
boy.
time. No, from the when I came off it the first time, it was so easy. Like I think
Mm.
because I had such a like I already had my eating in place and all of that stuff. Whereas I went on it this time because I put on all the weight from smoke when I stopped smoking. And I was trying to get it off. And actually, it's not done anything. Like I think I lost another half a stone, but in the time frame I came back on it, it's not really done much. So for me, I was like, it's pointless. I'm spending this money taking it, and it's not helping. So it has been the last week. Like I've noticed that my eating's been more, but also I think on top of that is I've been working out more. So, and where I've been more consistent with my working out now, like I'm getting hungrier, but I haven't been making the right choices with food. So of course I'm going to put weight on. So I'm not sitting here saying it's because I'm coming off Manjaro. Like I know I've been guzzling down the bread like there's no tomorrow. So I need to start being more consistent with my eating now.
The cravings, remember, the Manjaro suppresses your appetite. So once you come off of it, it is that as well, isn't it? Because you're now got your appetite back to a certain degree where it's like, oh, I can eat the bread. Where before, if you probably tried to eat the bread, you'd be like, oh, I can only eat a tiny bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and who don't love a bit of bread? I love bread.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm not meant to eat bread. I've done that whole Zoe thing, and I've got a gluten intolerance, but I still will eat the bread and bloat myself out. But then when I come off when I've been like not been on Manjaro before and not eaten bread, I've been fine. It's just bread is crack to me.
Yeah, I know that feeling. And pasta for me as well, boy. But
Mm,
yes.
yeah. What about you? What are you leaving in January?
So I want to leave behind overextending myself, especially in the evenings, saying yes to doing things or, like watching TV or having a conversation, responding to a message. I am not going to be overextending myself. I just want to go to bed. And when I'm ready to go to bed, I'm going to bed. Or if I want to have some time to myself, like put a face mask on, read a book in silence, I'm going to do that without feeling guilty. I want to be more intentional with my evenings and protect that time instead of pushing through when actually I don't need to. There's 7 days in a week. If I want to have a moment to myself, I'm going to have a moment to myself because how you end your night is so important and impacts your next day as well. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be more intentional. So, next month, let's think about February now. What are you carrying forward into next month?
Um, to continue improving my daily habits and making better choices. I feel like I had a look back at my sort of the intentions I'd set at the start of the month, and I definitely noticed that they've really been helping. So yeah, I'm going to definitely be continuing with that.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Just keep building on those habits. I feel like because they're not cemented yet, there's no point trying to do too much. Just keep working on those, cement those, make them natural, like
Yeah.
your 6:30 in the morning is.
Well, that's it. That's what it is. So that when I say the healthy habits, sorry, let me elaborate exactly. So continuing the 6:30 morning wake ups and also doing the no electricals in the evening when me and Ash are actually spending more time together. So I'd said before, like from the time I finish work until set time, like we don't have electricals in our house now. And it's
Mm.
actually been nice, like me, wait, with singing rock music around the house and stuff like that. It's been lovely, like spending time and cooking together and that. So they're things, they're the kind of, obviously, there's more stuff I want to implement, but I want to continue these.
Carrying that forward. This is what you want to carry forward.
Yeah. What about you? What do you want to carry forward?
So obviously this month's going to be really different because I'm going to be in recovery mode. But I would say a few things that I can definitely carry forward and would like to carry forward is the restricting my electricals in the evening, 5 till 8. Like no
Mm.
electricals, my phone being put down. That needs to continue. That definitely needs to continue. And also my reading. I want to try and get through 2 books this
Mm.
month. I know I'm aiming quite high, but I definitely feel like where I'm just going to be able to be laying there, I have the capacity to do so. I don't have any
Mm.
excuses. So the Four Agreements and Paul Brunson's book, I'm not going to act like I remember what it's actually called. It's something to do with love.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and read that whole book this month. So let's see how I get on. And just drinking the 2 liters of water.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all I have the capacity to carry forward this month. And
Mhm.
obviously the walking once I'm up to it. But let's touch base after my operation and see where I'm at. And then I'll be able to kind of really talk to you more about the walking and how I'm feeling.
Fair enough. And is there anything that you think needs simplifying or changing for next
I
month?
feel I feel like it's really difficult right now because of me not kind of knowing what next month holds, how I'm going to be feeling. But I'm sure, like, once I get the first week out of the way, there'll definitely be more for me to kind of comment on. What about you?
Yeah. Well, just putting aside, obviously, your operation for a moment, if is there anything that you felt that this month that you would have needed to change or simplify if we were going just
Do you know what? If the circumstances were different around me not being able to just walk, I would have
Mhm.
probably simplified or changed the walking to trying to just do at least 2 days because I do
Yeah,
feel like 3 days in a week when the rain, the probability of the rain being shit for three
yeah,
days out of 7 is probably a lot higher than 2 days you can kind of work with. Do you know what I mean? I would have probably simplified,
yeah.
I probably would have changed that, but I have to walk. I'm going to
Mhm.
need to be walking because that's the only thing I can do. So, yeah, that's why I'm not changing anything.
Um, yeah, I was just gonna say with you, maybe it might be a thing of with your walking, especially like going forward at the moment, is I know before like you were kind of having these really long walks, but it might just be actually just committing to maybe 5 minutes or 10,
Yeah, that's
like
what I
just and
said.
around the block in big smaller increments. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I said. Remember last time I said to you, it's nice if I do a half an hour walk, but this isn't about doing a marathon. It's just about me getting outside and getting
yeah,
fresh air. So that is what I'm more on.
hmm
Like, even if I'm not setting a time for my walk because I do my 35 minutes cardio in the
yeah,
gym. This is just about going
mhm,
outside, getting some natural air, natural light, and just walking. So there's no
yeah,
time restriction around, even if I walk to the bottom of the road, it's me going for a walk as far
mhm,
as I'm concerned, because usually I wouldn't do any steps, I'd just be in the house. So,
yeah.
yeah, we'll have a look at what that looks like at the next meeting. I'll be more in a position to actually discuss what I feel like I can commit to.
For me, I would say just being a bit more realistic about this cardio and not beating myself up when if I don't do the full 3 days.
Yeah, exactly. What is one non-negotiable you're setting for yourself next month?
I'm not allowed on my own social medias. I was going to say like no social media, but actually I still use the 5.5 30 ones. But like I said before, I don't because it's not my social media. I'm not like sitting on it. Like I think yesterday I did go and look for a recipe, but that was about it. And I literally got the recipe, downloaded it, and then came straight off of TikTok. But yeah, my own social medias, they're a no-go.
Good. That's good. Got to stick to it now. You know that it just doesn't work when you have access to it. There's no need. Just take the break. It's easy to get sucked in. It's very easy to get sucked into it.
Okay. So what about next month? So obviously we always talk about like things we want to commit to on the week. Next month, what are you committing to?
Healthier life changes. I have been eating healthy, but for the next month, I really need to look after myself while I'm in recovery mode. High protein meals, um, taking it easy with the bread and the pasta. Even though I have been doing that, I've been eating sourdough bread. I've been changing up. I am quite healthy with how I eat, but next month, I need to really commit to taking my vitamins, making sure that I am going for those little walks when I can go for those walks, eating healthy. It's all about health next month. As I said, I'll be able to tell you more what that looks like, but the food is a big thing and just being mentally strong, mindfulness, meditation, just being at one next month. So I'm committing to focusing on my health and well-being while I'm in recovery mode.
Okay,
What about
nice.
you?
Well, as we know, I'm turning 36 next month.
Oh my God.
I am committing to looking absolutely fucking banging in my birthday dress. And that will
Yes.
consist of eating healthier options and better portions.
Exactly, and you will. I can't wait to see you in your birthday dress. That's going to be so exciting. You will get there, definitely. And I feel like you've learned a lot from last month. So it's you're in control. You
Yeah.
are in control, and you're the only one that can control what happens next. So stay focused. Remember where you come from, and you've come so far, especially with your weight loss journey. So you can do this.
Yes. And I'm wishing you all the best with your recovery. Like, I know that you're going to find it difficult to have to sit down for a few minutes, but I think I think it will be good for you, but also like, yeah, it would take you, you'll have to sort of calm down a bit for a minute. And I think it'll be good for you to actually focus some time on you because you're always looking after everyone else and you're going to look after you for a couple of weeks now. And obviously, we're all
My
here to help
well-being.
however we can. So,
Yeah, exactly. And this is my well-being month. It's come at such a good time. February is well-being month, and I feel like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be focusing on myself, and I need to. And just how I started the year with like having these boundaries, setting these expectations for myself, this has come at a good time. I've got through January. It's been nice. Now this is about me and everyone looking after me and focusing on me. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see how we get on. But this it's been a great month. It's been, I can't believe we've had four of these weekly meetings so far.
mm.
And I'm really looking forward to what the rest of the year has in store. Roll on February, and we hope you guys are enjoying. Make sure you stay tuned, and also make sure you check out the other episodes that we put out every fortnight, which are more topic based. They're really good. They're really
Yes.
good.
Well, I hope
Go and watch
everyone's had
it.
an amazing January and hope everyone is ready for February. Obviously, hit us up, let us know what your goals and like aspirations are for February, and let me know what you buy me for my birthday.
You can send birthday cards to our mailing address. We'll put in
Yeah.
the description.
My PayPal, no, I'm joking.
My PayPal details are my birthday list is on.
My Amazon wish list.
Actually, that is so funny. But yeah, no, it's been great, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.